big stretch. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Yeah. I wish I could turn off like audio stuff like that. Like I don't need it, so it's just a waste. Having to hide things feels, I don't know, feels like a band-aid over the proper, like, over getting a proper solution for fixing it. Hi, dumb user. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Good to see you. You having a great checks watch really quick Wednesday? I know I am. I'm having a wonderful, very chill, very, I guess, vibing Wednesday right now. Nothing too major really happened. I will say I did finish yesterday. I finished working on the video that I've been working on for the better part of like two weeks, maybe three. Even though like maybe two of those, like two or like 1.5 of those weeks were like just spent just being lazy. But it's finished. It's uploaded. It's available for members. It will be going up live for everyone tomorrow. But earlier, I was just working on like thumbnail shit because I made some yesterday, but I was really tired when I was making it. So when I checked everything out today, I was like, I'm not really digging any of this. I think I got to make something better. The thing is, I made like 3 thumbnails yesterday, so all those 3 I was just not satisfied with. That is sad. But I made one that I think looks, I guess it works. It's not as cool as I wanted it to be, but maybe I could go back in and make some stuff, make some better thumbnails. But for now, I'm just chilling because video's done, and I just wanna take the time and just relax for a little bit, especially on Wednesday, Hump Day. Hump Day is one of the worst days ever of the week. Besides Monday and Sunday. Those are like the worst days. I know most people would probably think saying Sunday is one of the worst days of the week. Probably think that's controversial. But I think like it's great. It's great that, for the most part, you're off. People are off. Unless you're working like, customer service, then you're kind of screwed and you have to work every day. But it sucks because it's the last day. It's the reminder that tomorrow is going to be Monday. Tomorrow is when you're going to have to go back and do the whole same song and dance all over again. And I don't like reminders like that. I just want to, just like black out and then, just I guess be over there at work or whatever or what have you, working on a video. But dude, I just realized I don't even have music playing. I'm sorry about that. Hold on. Fuck me, I'm terrible at this. I kind of just started the stream just like super duper, just like spur of the moment. I honestly wasn't even thinking of doing it today. But I know it's been a while. It's been a while since I fucking streamed on the YouTube channel. I say the YouTube channel, but it's not like I ever streamed on TikTok or anything. All right, what should I play? What should I play in the background? Should I do Last Bible again, or should I do good old-fashioned Kinshicho? I think I'll do Kinshicho. It's been a while since I've done that. It's been a while since I played Kinshicho by Railgun. There we go. Yay! I gotta fix the audio because I was listening. Because I have pretty much anything that's like media based on the music slider. So I had like I have my browser, I have the music player, and I just slid that shit up because I wanted to listen to a YouTube video. But yeah. All right, let me get this shit out of the way. Move. Ugh, God. Oh, everything's so cluttered. What the fuck? Why did Discord open? Ugh, get that out of here. Actually, let's get that out of here permanently. Quit Discord. They're gonna ask for my fucking ID. They don't think I'm old enough. I mean, I guess I would take that as a compliment if they said that, you know, we think you're a child. We're gonna need some identification. And be like, oh, really? You think I'm a child? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But even then, you know, having to give I heard that was something that they were supposed to have coming out pretty soon. Like, I think in a month or so. They were supposed to have... Oh, shit. Fuck. Hold on. I'm totally not ready for the stream. I didn't even have this thing repeating. There we go. There we go. Thumbs up to me. But yeah, I heard that whole thing is not happening just so soon. I think it's supposed to happen later in the year. And I guess like their partner they had for that, which coincidentally enough, their partner, I forgot what they are. I think they just like, you know, specialize in like identification shit. But they were called Persona, and I was like, another bad thing that the word persona is associated with. Maybe a bit too harsh on that. But yeah, so we don't have to worry about that, at least for now. But I'm pretty sure we're all gonna forget, and then it's gonna come out of nowhere, and everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, why would they ever do this? And it's just like, bruv, dude, my guy, they announced this earlier in the year. How could you forget? It's just like, oh my god, there's so much other stuff going on. Can you blame me for forgetting? And I would say, yeah, you know what? I can't really blame you for that. I understand. I agree. And you know what? I shake your hand and I tell you that, you know, you're absolutely in the right. But I guess I could talk about what I did this week. I know we're in the middle of the week, but I did some pretty interesting stuff this week. I went to go have dinner or lunch with my family. We went to this pho place because my brother got a raise and we wanted to celebrate that, so we decided to go get some pho. For those who don't know, pho, P-H-O, is a Vietnamese dish. It's pretty similar to ramen. And when I've seen pictures of it, I thought it was pretty much gonna be ramen, but it's similar, but it definitely is not like ramen. Like when I looked at it, I was like, dang, this looks like it might actually be a little bit healthier. And I don't know if that holds true, but when I was eating it, it definitely tasted healthier. It's hard to describe, but it had like a more herby taste to it. Like I could really taste like because I know there's like vegetables in it. I don't really remember off the top of my head what it is because, you know, I don't really pay too much attention to it. As long as there's not like bugs or whatever, and as long as it looks edible, I'll eat it. But it tasted good. It definitely tasted a lot healthier than ramen, because most ramen bowls that I've had have been particularly really heavy. The broth is particularly really thick. But that wasn't the case for pho, and I actually really enjoyed it. I wish I had more time to pick out what I was gonna eat, because we when we got there, I guess my mom already ordered like some stuff, and we're just like, oh shit, okay, oh fuck, we gotta order shit right now. We can't waste any more time, so that way we could get our food, because they ended up bringing it all like pretty much around the same time, so I guess my mom ordered stuff and she was just waiting until we got there and until we ordered for them to start bringing her stuff out. But yeah, and also it was like on this tablet. It was like because you know how restaurants are nowadays. They're just like, we're not gonna give you the paper shit. You gotta either use your phone or you gotta use technology. And I'm personally not against using like my phone or whatever, like doing a QR code or what have you. But I, you know, options are nice. And honestly, sometimes I just don't feel like taking out my phone. It's just like, okay, I'm here to have dinner. I don't really want to have to like go through my phone and like, you know, pull out the photo like app and then have to scan that and do all that fun stuff, quote unquote. And I gotta look through like the menu that way. It's just like, I just want the paper thing. Just let me look through it. Let me read. Let me feel some tangible like, you know, physical like stuff in my hand. I don't know. It just seems a bit more simple to me, but you know, QR codes, I guess, are fine. It's fine with me if that's going to be the future. Okay, fine. Whatever. I won't complain too much, but I will definitely miss that paper. I say that even though I rarely like, you know, deal with anything paper related. Like, you know, I'm trying to remember the last time I really like wrote on something, like you know, like on actual paper with pencil or pen. Like it's embarrassing to think that I can't remember properly. Like, you know, take me back like 10 years ago, I would definitely be able to recall like a very recent time when I last wrote something down on something. But now it's just like, yeah, everything I do is like through my phone. Like I type, I text, you know, I'm trying to think if I've ever, okay, I've never thought about this before, but I don't know if I've ever sent a letter, which is freaking crazy to think about. Like, I mean, I could send one right now, but like, I'm trying to think about back then when this would be more like of a plausible way to, because, you know, people do like, you know, send snail mail to each other. They send letters and stuff. Some people are still into that, but for the most part, most of the world has moved on. At least, you know, in America, most people don't really send letters to people. I know, like, my aunt sends me and my brothers, and probably my mom, like cards, birthday cards and stuff, Christmas cards. I know she's sent before. But I'm trying to think if I've ever personally done that, or maybe when ideally someone would do that, like, and as an adult. I think it might have just been too late for me. I think, like, the world had already moved on by that point. I don't think I've ever had a chance to do so. Same thing with, like, now I'm thinking about that, but also same thing with freaking, with, like, writing a check. I don't think I've ever written a check in my entire life. Like, outside of doing it in high school for, like, economics class, because, you know, I was thinking about that, and then I also remembered, I think we learned how to write letters in there, because I know that like our teacher was like super into like teaching us all this cool stuff, which, you know, I will say, even if it is like, you know, archaic and like, for the no one writes checks nowadays, no one does that really, like, it's still pretty interesting to know. It's still pretty cool to know, and at least have that knowledge. It sucks that I've never had a chance to use it, so that knowledge just went like straight out the window, dude. Like, no, it went out like, you know, when someone opens a door on an airplane, that vacuum seal just like that. That's pretty much what happened with that knowledge. It's just gone. And yeah, because I can't remember how to write a check. And I think I could kind of remember how to do. Oh shoot, hold on a second, hold on. I think I remember. I think I remember the last time I sent something out. And you probably won't believe it, but it was actually less than a year ago. So, last year was the release, Capcom released Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny. They released it remastered and stuff on like modern consoles and PC and stuff, and to like I guess promote it, they sent out, like, if you signed up on their website, they sent out these like sort of kind of like they sent out like a little pamphlet that's supposed to look like it's like a gaming magazine. It was called like Onimusha Pro or something, and it looked just like a GamePro magazine, and they sent that out, and it was pretty cool. It just talked about the game and stuff, you know, just being like, it was like, you know, getting across the information about what the game is about. And they did it in a way that's very similar to like how, you know, gaming magazines were back then, like even with like, you know, the snarkiness, with the attitude, they had all that fun stuff. It was really cool. I thought it was really cute. And you know, I haven't bought that remaster, namely because I beat that game a couple of years ago. So, you know, game's still kind of fresh on my mind, and I'm fine without having to remaster. Also, they don't really change too much, I don't believe. So it's just like, you know, I'm fine for the most part. I'm Onimusha out. I'll wait until they release. Oh God, that's right. They're gonna release the fifth one this year. Oh shoot, just remember that. But in that Onimusha Pro quote unquote gaming magazine, they had this little sweepstakes thing that you could send out, and basically it was just like you know, you send this letter to this address and you could get a chance to win a trip for 2 to Japan. And I was like, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna do that. And yeah, I did that. I ripped out the little postcard and I sent it out, and I remember having to look up how the frick to write a letter, because it had been so long since I last learned about how to do that. Also, thank you so much for the reactions. I really appreciate that. I barely just noticed that. You know, something that I, you know, don't really take into consideration is where am I looking whenever I talk and stuff, because like I'm not looking anyone in the face or the eyes or whatever. And like I never really thought about like where I'm looking. I guess I'm just looking at random locations, but yeah, sorry, that was just a random thought that I just had yet again. But yeah, I had to look up how to write a letter. So that was the first time, and I'm pretty sure a long ass time since I last sent like something out that wasn't like voting and all that. Like I know that is like something. Hi Dorky Danny, welcome to the stream, good to see you. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I'm currently just talking about last time I sent out a snail mail, and last time I did it was last year for the Onimusha 2 Japan sweepstakes thing. And yeah, like outside of, because voting, yes, voting, that is done through like mail, at least for me. You know, I vote by mail because it's so much simpler for me. I don't have to like go to the post office, even though when I voted back then, I would actually go to like where is it at? Fuck, I don't even remember where I went to go drop off my my ballot, but I would go in person and I would drop it off over there. But like nowadays, it's just like fuck that. I can't really bring myself to do that. So I just, you know, went by voting by mail, and it's just so much more simple for me. But the Onimusha Pro thing, that was the last thing I think I did, and I don't even. When was the last actual time? I honestly can't even remember, and it's really bugging me now. Like, have I never just really like sent things out, like letters or nothing? Like, seriously? Yeah, I guess I just never. You know what? Maybe I should change that. Maybe I should like get like a pen pal or something, or maybe I should like find somebody. Maybe I should contact one of my friends and just be like, hey, are you willing to get a letter from me? And don't worry, I won't send any anthrax with it. But maybe I should just like find somebody and just be like, can I send a letter to you? I just want to see what it feels like. And they're just like, you're fucking weird. Why would I let you do that? Why not just send me a text, dude? And it's just like, why not? Why not? What's wrong? Fellas, is it gay to send a letter to your homie, to your bro? Like, bro, come on. It's not like we're touching dicks or anything. You're just touching the paper that I put pen to. What's wrong with that? You know something? I just said bro right now. For the longest time, I never really said the word bro. I would always say dude, and I mean, I still use dude, but it wasn't really until recently that I started kind of like integrating that word back like into my vocabulary, because for like the longest time I always associate like the word bro always had like this stigma to it, at least to me, that is very douchey, very dude bro, very just, I don't know, cringe, I guess. And I just never really, you know, was fond of like saying it or whatever. Like, you know, if anyone called me bro, that's fine with me. It's fine. I'm cool with it. I'm not gonna complain. It's not like they're calling me like a slur or anything. You know, I could have been called much worse things, but I just personally never used it until like recently. When I started seeing people calling when I saw people like calling people like lil bro in like comment sections of like TikTok videos and stuff, and I always thought that was so funny, like seeing someone like get called little bro, or like calling someone else lil bro. And like the word is just like, it's so funny to me now, because whenever I say bro, I think about that. Of course, like when I say it, I don't always like mean it with that yeah, with the fucking wilted flower. Exactly. Hey Nick, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, man. But yeah, I always never really, you know, was into saying bro, but you know, now I'm just throwing bros out left and right. Everyone's bro to me now, dude. Everyone's bro to me now, dude. But yeah, that's just something that, you know, that I've always thought. I always thought that bro was just a really douchey word. It always had that stigma to me. But now, yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm fine. I'm cool with it. Everyone's my bro. You're all my bros. We don't have to be related. And in fact, I think it's better if we're not related. 'Cause we could do things that real bros can't. I won't state what, but it might be fun. I'm just kidding. We're less than 30 minutes in, and I'm already going off the rails right here. I'm already talking about touching dicks. I'm already talking about breaking the bro code or whatever. What else can we talk about? Oh yeah, that's right. So tomorrow, like I stated earlier in the stream, tomorrow I do have a video coming out. I never really talked about it that much, even though, I mean, I guess anyone could really just like go to my homepage and just look at it. But tomorrow, the video that's going to come out is it's a video about Resident Evil. And hey Nick, if you're still here, if you're interested, you could actually check it out, because it's currently available for members only. Dorky Denny, you too, because you are also a member. Dumb user, unfortunately you can't watch it because you're not a member, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure you don't mind. But it's a video about Resident Evil, and it's a video idea that I had for the better part of like a year or so. I think I wrote this down in my notes, in my my list of ideas, way back in 2025. I don't know when. Probably like early 2025. It's really not that spooky. It's not that, honestly, Dorky Danny, and for whoever's listening, Resident Evil is really not that scary of a game. Like, of course, like, you know, there are jump scares and stuff, but I don't know if I'd really classify it as scary. The modern games maybe more so, but like, you know, when you look at like Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 on the PlayStation, like, you know, it can be tense, but I don't know if I'd really call it scary. Maybe I'm just in the minority here, but I don't know. I've never really thought that most of the Resident Evil games are scary. I will give it to people though. The remakes for 2, I don't even think I'd say 3. Just I guess just Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 2 remake. I guess those are probably maybe the ones I'd say are scary. I don't even know if I'd say Village is scary. I know I played that recently for this video, because the video is about modding the PC versions of the Resident Evil games that run on the RE engine to be compatible with VR headsets. So it's all about Resident Evil VR, and it's a really interesting video. It's something I wanted to do for a long time. I didn't think it would take me this freaking long to do, but hey, it's working out perfectly because the newest game, Requiem, is gonna be coming out this week. I'm excited. Hi, Emersona. Welcome to the stream. Wave emoji. I will wave emoji back. I could actually do that right now. Second. There we go. I wave emoji back. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. Dude, I got a lot of fucking footage from that video. And honestly, I don't know what really compelled me to do it, but I decided to record, like, because I have like hours of footage for recording this video, and it's only like this video was only like 14 minutes long, a minute longer than I thought it would be, but like I have so much freaking footage, and for a lot of it, I actually did like commentary because, you know, like the Oculus has like its own like built-in microphone, so I was just like, what if I do a separate audio stem so that way I have both gameplay audio and like voice audio. So I've honestly been thinking, and there's like this one particular recording of when I was playing Resident Evil 2 that I thought was actually quite entertaining. And I'm kind of considering maybe editing it down and just releasing it as like a quote unquote let's play, even though it's not really a real let's play, because it'll just be starting in like the middle of Resident Evil 2. But I don't know, like I probably could do that, and you know, maybe I could just like edit all of it down. Maybe not all of it though, because that's like how many hours? It's like 5 hours. Because I had like an hour maybe per game. Maybe. I might be wrong. I'm mainly going off of like, I'm going off of kind of like the gigabyte sizes, because that's what I kind of have fresh on my mind. Because I know there was a lot that were like 4 gigabytes. Some were like 5 and 6. But yeah, I might actually consider doing that. I guess it was kind of a good thing that I decided to have like my microphone recording at the same time, because, you know, I could get this extra footage. I don't think I'd release it for what you call it, for the public. I'd probably just make it members only. So those who are members would definitely benefit very, very much from this potential bonus content. Alongside, like, you know, now that I'm thinking about that, there's like a bunch of other stuff that I recorded for like other content that I wanted to create, because last year I was like playing around with the idea of making like I don't know if I talked about this before, but I was playing around with the idea of making like a one of those content farm quote unquote like channels, and just making like a fucking like Reddit, like am I the asshole stories, like with with like text to speech, like Microsoft Sam, and then having like, because I recorded footage from me playing Super Mario 64. I recorded footage of me playing Fortnite. I recorded footage of, what else did I record? Was it just those 2 games that I like spent time just recording? But I have footage of like that I have not done a single thing with, just hanging out on my hard drive that I just have not touched ever since then. Like sometimes I would occasionally like scroll through my capture footage and just look at it and just be like, will I ever do anything with this like tens of gigabytes of like Super Mario 64 Let's Play footage? And the thing is that like I also did the same thing that I did with the Resident Evil footage. I also decided to record commentary just for the fuck of it. You know, I say for the fuck of it, but now that I think about it, maybe I did it like as a way to keep myself entertained. Because like, you know, I was doing this with the intention to have like good footage for there to be like in the background of these like terrible like content farm videos that I was wanting to make, which I don't think I'll ever do that. You know, like if I were to do it, it would have been like ethically like done. I would have like, you know, credited everybody. I would have credited like the Redditors that made like the stories or whatever. I would have done that. I wouldn't have used like AI or whatever. I would have used like a Microsoft Sam, like I stated, or maybe even my own voice. But you know, I don't know. Maybe that'd be a bit too much. It'd be funny if I did like freaking Bonzi Buddy like voice or whatever. But I don't plan to do that anytime soon. Because you know, it's just not really something I really want to do. Like, you know, it's hard enough having to make these videos and being lazy and shit. Like I would have to deal with that alongside working on a stupid content farm YouTube channel. No, thank you. I'll just stick with Wolf397, please. But maybe I could edit like that Super Mario 64 footage down and the Fortnite footage down. Although I don't even know like how like entertaining that would be. Like compared to the Resident Evil 2 footage that I recorded like last week or something, like that was actually pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I surprised myself there. I don't know how well the Fortnite shit and Super Mario 64 shit holds up, but I don't know. Maybe I could look through them, scrub through them, and see if it's worth dealing with. I do know that I would like to play Super Mario 64 like on stream. I wanted to record more footage for that quote unquote content farm for Super Mario 64, but I remember learning that I ended up losing the save file for when I was doing that footage. So I would have to like start from the very beginning. So I mean, if I do that, I may as well just like stream it, right? Like I'm pretty sure people would be down for a Super Mario 64 let's play or stream, not let's play. I know I would be down. I don't know what version of Super Mario 64 I would do, because when I was doing that footage, I did Super Mario 64 Plus, which I personally prefer compared to the Super Mario 64 co-op DX featuring Knuckles from the Knuckles May Cry series. I don't know, like I was playing that and like I think it's cool. I think it's great that like, you know, it's like you know, you could do multiplayer easily with that. And I remember playing some multiplayer. Like I would play at like ridiculous times at like 1 a.m. and I would just go into like random servers and I would just like dig around with people and just be like, you guys play like Roblox or whatever. Or what I would do is like I'd be like, hey guys, who's up past their bedtime? So I just fuck around with these people. It was fun. You know, I wasn't trying to be toxic or anything, but I was just like messing around and all that, and it's really cute. It's adorable. I think it's cute seeing Super Mario 64 with multiplayer. But between the two, I don't know what I would do. Like I think it's cool that the co-op DX version is very, very faithful. I feel it's pretty faithful to like how the game actually plays, whereas Super Mario 64 Plus, like when I was playing it, I added like, because there's like a 50,000 bajillion options that you could change for like the gameplay and that, like you could add like Super Mario Odyssey like moves and shit, and like that's cool and all, and like I added that. I was like, dude, I played Super Mario 64 like a bajillion times. Like I give me something new, give me something great. And doing that and playing that for that long, it's just like, damn, I don't know if I could really go back. I don't know if I'd want to go back. And I remember trying to look and see if I could find some sort of equivalent, like, because I know with Co-op DX you could add like mods and stuff. Like there's easy mod support, and I was trying to find mods that could do that, and the closest I could find was like this Mario Odyssey mod that like adds the moves. But the thing is, it adds the moves and it also replaces the moves in Super Mario 64 with the Odyssey stuff, which I don't want. I want like both, which is what Plus provided. So maybe maybe I would end up having to do Super Mario 64 Plus, which is no big deal, but you know, I do like the flexibility that Co-op DX offers, because I could use like Render 96 in that, and I can't do that with Plus. I think I can, but I would have to like figure, I don't know. Like, I remember looking it up online. There's like 1,000 things like people are posting. There's like, how do I get this to work with you know, Render 96? And it's just like, okay, follow these 50,000 steps. I'm like, I can't do that. I'm too dumb. I'm not smart enough for this. I am not smart enough to like pull out like the terminal and like type and shit. Sorry, I got a notification. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, that I guess could probably potentially be in the cards for the future. Actually, hold on a sec. Before I forget, I should probably put that in my, because I have this like this Google Docs like document that I had set up for myself, so that way I kept track of like what I want to do in 2026. So I have like video plan like ideas and stuff, and yeah, no Super Mario 64 on here, so let me fix that. I do have like all of the Super Mario Bros games from like the NES though, so that will be there alongside Super Mario 64. Let me type that in, SM64, and then I'll put in parentheses plus or Co-op DX question mark. I don't know. There we go. Wait, damn, that's actually, hold on a sec, let me go back in there. Holy shit. I'm honestly surprised about how much I was able to put in here. Like, I don't know, like, if I'd be able to, like, do all of that stuff in 2026, but I guess it's kind of good that, like, I have, like, a plethora of ideas that I could, like, you know, fall back on if, like, you know, I can't think of any new stuff. Because, like, I'm trying to think about what I came up with recently, like, in terms of, like, video idea stuff, because, honestly, I kind of, like, fell off of, like ideating stuff and just, like, throwing it into, like, my text documents for, like, future reference. So for now, I'm kind of just coasting off of whatever I came up with, like, last year in my random, like, brainstorming sessions. So I guess I'm kind of glad that I have a lot of that stuff, because, yeah, so far the old noggin's not really producing much fruit for me to go off of. But yeah, thank you, past Wolf397, for looking out for future little old me. Little old me won't have to worry about a single thing, except for having to create those videos and stuff, which, phew. I'm just kidding. It's really not that bad. It's really not like an ordeal creating content or whatever. At least I don't think. I think it's fun. Especially since I had to record, like, you know, video game footage. It was cool. It was nice. It was epic. And I got to do it. I get to play Resident Evil games. I get to do it in the name of Requiem, which is coming out on Friday, but there's no way in hell that I'm buying it anytime soon, because it's like $70. It's too expensive, man. I'm not doing that. $70 is way too much right now. I'm not buying a game for full price at this moment in time, man. Times are tough. I gotta wait for them Steam sales, which actually, now that mentioning that, I don't know if the freaking Atlas Steam sales are still up right now, because I was playing with the idea of potentially getting Metaphor ReFantazio. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't know. I don't really know. I kind of want to, because it's Metaphor, and like, it's awesome. When I played the demo, I really enjoyed what I played, and I honestly was like curious about what happens in the story. I didn't finish the demo though, mind you, but I did play up to, cause like they're like at the campfire or something, and then I stopped there. and I don't know why. I guess I just fell off, like I sometimes naturally do with some games, like Soul Hackers, famously enough. Okay, maybe I shouldn't buy Metaphor, so that way I could focus on Soul Hackers or whatever. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's so difficult. It's so horribly difficult staying away from those Steam sales, man. They're so predatory because of how good they are. They're so nice. Oh, Gaben, you treat us too well. I do not deserve this. None of us deserve it. No siree. Speaking of Steam and stuff, I have been thinking about playing, or maybe not like seriously playing it, but I've been watching a lot of these videos from this guy who I used to watch back then. His name is 3 Clicks Philip, I believe, but he specializes in like Source games and stuff. So like Half-Life, Counter-Strike, mostly Counter-Strike. But I don't know what happened, but I just started to get like his videos recommended to me again. I think it's probably because I started watching. So here's how I think. Here's the pipeline to me potentially playing Counter-Strike 2 or something. So randomly on my YouTube homepage, I just saw like some videos about Garry's Mod, about like Half-Life. I don't remember the dude who, like the channel, but like I watched a lot of his videos and they were really good. I think, fuck, I can't remember his name, but he was trying to like make Garry's Mod like a thing in like the Xbox version of Half-Life 2. And I remember watching, oh, I think it's called like, he's called like Ratlobber or something, but I remember watching a lot of his videos, and I think that kind of like fucked up my algorithm. So now I have like a lot of like Half-Life and like Steam and Source stuff just like hanging out in like my my homepage. And I guess that naturally led me to watching the Half-Life documentaries, which are, damn, those are actually really, really good. I can't believe I slept on those for that long, because I've always been interested in the Half-Life documentaries, especially Half-Life 1, because it's a game that I don't really know too much about, and I've always been really interested in the, you know, the origins of like Valve and Half-Life, because you know, I don't talk about it too much, but I really, really like Half-Life, specifically too. I played Half-Life 1 back then. I think I was like in college, but I kind of just did it and wasn't really paying attention to it, so I didn't really appreciate it too much. But when I played Half-Life 2, I definitely paid attention, and I do remember a lot of that stuff. And I remember playing the Half-Life 2 VR mod, I think a couple of years back, and God, I really wish that I kept up with that. I mean, I could probably go back to it because, you know, I got this whole like VR thing going on. Like, I actually have my freaking VR headset just chilling right here in its little case, because I kind of had this thing. I had this sucker just like hanging out, like, you know, in some random room, and like I totally forgot about it until I was like, oh dude, what if I made the Resident Evil VR video? Oh fuck, where's my VR headset? And then I had to like scramble and look for it, and I was like, oh, there it is, yay, I found it. But maybe I should just do that, because I know that Half-Life 2 is compatible with VR, and Half-Life 2 Episode 1 also has the VR mod support for it too. And what I can remember, I think there's a really, really good implementation of VR with Half-Life 2, so it'd probably be worth checking it out that way. Should definitely go back. But going back to the documentaries, those were really, really well done. Really, really, really slick. Very nicely put together, and honestly, really, really interesting. I feel like for how well those documentaries were made, I feel like anybody could probably watch them. Like, even someone that's not interested in video games, or even interested in like Valve or whatever, they could watch them and just be like, you know what? Damn, this should go hard. I should definitely, you know, peruse this Valve person's wares and potentially pick up a Half-Life or something, maybe even a Full Life, I don't know. But yeah, I really enjoy them a lot, and I feel like this whole thing just led to me going back to that dude that I used to watch back then. Three Clicks. I don't even know his name like fully off the top of my head. I think it's 3 Clicks, or is it 3 Kicks? I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but yeah, I ended up watching his videos, and they're primarily about like Counter-Strike, and I'm just like, fuck, dude. I used to play Counter-Strike back then, and I sucked ass at it, but I kind of enjoyed playing it, and now I'm kind of wanting to like get into it and check it out again, especially with Counter-Strike 2, because dude, that game looks like super duper beautiful, and with this new high refresh rate monitor, I should probably make some good use out of it and play some I don't know, like some competitive gaming, because honestly I have not really done much in regards to like multiplayer gaming. I've for the most part have been like a single player kind of guy. Like I don't do like like FPS gaming or whatever. I don't like I think the most that I really did was Monster Hunter Wilds, when that beta was going on. I was playing with my girlfriend. I did that, and I would join like random hunts and stuff, but that's not really like PvP. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss like doing the whole like multiplayer like FPS stuff. It is pretty fun, even if it is like it can lead to some toxicity, some anger. Some people get heated when they play games. I know back then I did. So I don't know how I would handle playing. Maybe I'll just like punch my freaking screen in or whatever. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think I would, especially with how much it costs. There's no way I'm gonna waste my money punching a hole into my monitor. But yeah, watching those videos really makes me want to go back to it. Just see if I got the chops still. I probably don't, since I don't play multiplayer games that often. But I do kind of miss it. I think the last time I really did anything like shooter related, multiplayer wise, was for Fortnite. When Fortnite had that when they had the season, there we go. The season that had Peter Griffin, and they also had Solid Snake and Raiden in there. And I bought the season pass, or whatever it's called, the battle pass. There we go, the battle pass. And I was like, I paid like $10 for this. I have to make the most of it. So I wanted to unlock Solid Snake. I wanted to unlock like all the Peter Griffin skins and all that. I wanted to make the most of the money that I dropped and wasted on Fortnite, and not let it go down the toilet. I mean, of course, Fortnite is the toilet, and it is going down the drain of Fortnite, but I want to get something out of it. Of course, I don't play Fortnite or Fortnite Festival that often nowadays. That might end up changing once I start working on the Rock Band Iceberg, which, by the way, that is the next project that I'm going to be working on, because I said I was supposed to finish it in January. I didn't, because I am a huge liar who should stop making deadlines for himself, and deadlines that are public. Sometimes it's very nice to have deadlines, but man, I'm very horrible at keeping true to them, especially when I tell them to people like you guys. So yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna stick to what I said. I don't know how many streams back, but definitely gonna stick to not announcing anything and being like, guys, this video is gonna come out this week. You can trust me on that, because I'm not very good with it. I'm not good at all. But yeah, I'll probably end up playing Fortnite Festival, which, fuck, now that reminds me, I'm gonna have to freaking reinstall Fortnite again. But I'll try to make sure that if I have to record any Fortnite Festival footage, I'll try to make sure that it's the last footage that I record, so that way I don't have to worry about, because dude, Fortnite is like 70 gigabytes. Like, of course, it could be like 100 if you get like high definition like textures and stuff, but I don't even mess with that, because like it's Fortnite. Do I really need the high definition textures at all? But yeah, I just I guess I'm kind of just missing that multiplayer that itch. I got that itch that I need to scratch, and I did end up downloading Counter-Strike yesterday. Haven't played it yet. I just installed it, but maybe I might check it out. Especially since, like, today I'm kind of just, keeping it chill. Just hanging out, just vibing. I might play a little bit. I hope that there's, like, bots still in that game. Because I know in the Counter-Strike Source, I believe there were bots. I don't know about CSGO, because I didn't really play that much of CSGO. I think I played, like, a minute. And then, like, I just didn't play anymore because I didn't really care too much to play it. But yeah, I'll probably check it out later tonight, and then I'll go back and play the actual other games that I need to go through. Because currently, right now, I'm playing like Pikmin 2, and also I started Persona 5 Strikers, I believe last week or so. I just remember just randomly, spur of the moment, I was just like, dude, I have like a bunch of Persona games on my Steam account. Which one should I play? Been wanting to play something Persona 5 related. Maybe I should play Persona 5 Royal. And then I thought to myself, yo, that's kind of a stupid idea. Maybe I shouldn't do that because, I already played Persona 5. I could wait a little bit longer. So instead, I'll play Persona 5 Strikers. And it's actually not that bad. I could see why people dig it, why they enjoy it. I'm still at the very beginning. I think I barely got, what's her freaking name? Sophia? I barely got her into my party. So very, very early on, I don't even know how long I played that thing for. I think like maybe 3 hours. So I think I have about like 27 more hours to go. But knowing me, it's probably going to be like twice that amount because I don't know how I do it, but I managed to make a 100-hour game like Persona 5 go to a 200-hour game for my first playthrough. I know when I tell people that, people go crazy and they're just like, dude, how did you even manage that? Did you literally just idle AFK? And no, like every single day, every single like school day, I would just go around Tokyo and just like check things out and see if anything changed, even though I would know for a fact that something wouldn't change. Like, just be like, no one's gonna, like, no new NPCs are gonna come in this random area like the next day. Why even bother? But I would still bother. I would do it for the love of the game because I like getting immersed. I like getting, into like the environment. I like just absorbing everything from these games. Just feeling like I'm there. Because, I could fast travel and stuff, but I don't do that. I honestly don't really touch the fast traveling. And I know that was like a huge thing for like Persona 4. Like they introduced the menu that lets you just like go to things like super duper quickly. I think it's like Square or whatever. And it's just like, you could go to the map screen, or you could go to this area or whatever. But it's like, no, like, that kind of defeats the purpose. It's just like, I want to, explore my environment. I want to role play a little bit. I just got off school. Me, Yu Narukami just got off school. I just want to walk around and check out the school and stuff. Hey, Azeki, welcome to the stream. Welcome. I'm just currently talking about a bunch of random garbage right now. We're just chilling, just vibing. But yeah, I just want to walk around the school. I know things aren't going to change at Yasogami High, but I just want to, look around, talk to Funky Student, go to the second floor, third floor, first floor. Want to go out, about, see what's going on, walk around Inaba, all that fun stuff. It's nice. It's great. And I'm actually kind of looking forward to doing that in Persona 4 Revival whenever that comes out. Because I really like how Persona 4 is very warm. It's got a very, very warm, cozy vibe to it compared to 3 and 5. 5 is super hustle bustle because it's Tokyo, and 3 is just very fucking depressing. So I really enjoyed like just walking around, checking things out in Inaba because it's, it feels like, I was about to say it feels safe, but there's fucking murders going on there. But it has that sort of safe feeling to it. I don't know if I'm really properly describing it. It kind of reminds me of this this town that my grandma used to live in. She used to live in this really, really, really small town with a really, really, really like small, like population size. Like it was so small they didn't have I'm trying to think, because I was about to say they didn't have like a McDonald's there, which I could be right, but I don't know. I don't know if I would be right. Maybe I'm misremembered, because I haven't went to that town in a while because she doesn't live there anymore. But they had like pretty much barely any stores. I know for a fact they had like this convenience store and maybe like this, like, you know, this general store, but those places were just like super duper, like they were not branded or anything. They were just like their own thing. Like it wasn't like a Walmart or whatever. It was just like just a mom and pop shop, and the convenience store, same thing. But that like Persona 4 reminds me a lot of that town, and I remember like thinking about, because I know my mom asked me if I wanted to like live with my grandma for a bit to like help her out with things at the time, and of course, you know, I was a dumb teenager. I was like, no, I don't want to. Fuck you. I didn't say that, and I also didn't sound like that. I think I sounded a little bit more high pitched like this, but I definitely did sound like this. I didn't sound like freaking like like it sounds like a bug human or something. But I know my mom offered for me to go there, and I kind of regret not going, because I feel like it could have been pretty cozy, pretty vibey. Because it's really small. You could probably just walk across the entire freaking town in like a span of 10 minutes or something. But yeah, that's kind of a regret of mine. And you know, I don't think my grandma has a house there anymore. I think it got sold or something. But yep. Oh well. What can you do? I am curious about how many people live there. I'm gonna look it up right now, just out of curiosity's sake, because I'm most definitely gonna forget about it after the stream. So I'm gonna look it up right now. What is the population? Tell me. Holy shit! It's less than 1,000. It's 616 people as of what was it? 2020 census. Oh my god, dude! What the fuck? Okay. I won't lie, that's a lot bigger than I thought. I thought it was gonna be like 5 people. Cause it looks small, but I guess looks can be deceiving, because I didn't think that 616 people could be living there, at least as of 2020. Holy crap. Now I'm curious about how big is that freaking town? Okay, I gotta look this up. What are we dealing with here? What are we dealing with? Yeah, what the fuck? There's no way you could fit 616 people in there. I think there's like 3 houses. Okay, there's more than 3. Maybe 4. Maybe 4 houses. That's a lot more than I thought. Oh shit, there's a... Whoa! Sorry, I got freaking jump scared. There's a restaurant there? Okay. Holy shit. There's a telephone there. I like how a telephone is like its own like landmark over here on Google Maps. But yeah, there's the mart. Oh, there's a tire shop. Okay. Oh, there's a USPS, which I guess makes sense. I think most towns would generally have like some sort of post office. Yeah, there's the gas station. Oh, it's a Shell. Okay, never mind. I guess it's not. I guess they changed that. But yeah, I saw a restaurant there, and I got freaking like, you know, just like flashbang. I'm like, what? There's more than like 4 businesses here? No way. You're lying to me. But damn. Yeah, that's a. I don't know. I don't know if 616 people live there. I find that really hard to believe, but maybe I should go there someday and just walk around just for the fuck of it, just for funsies, just to see what it's like and be like, this is what I could have been doing at the age of like, you know, 19 or whatever, but I chose not to. Anyways, we're going to reach an hour right here, so I'm going to slowly wind down the stream. So if there is any questions, comments, concerns, anything of the like, if you're curious about why I think Persona 4 is much more interesting to walk around and more cozy to walk around compared to 3 or Persona 5, anything of the like, if you're curious about my thoughts on Resident Evil Requiem, if you're curious about anything, if you're bi-curious even, please, anyone, please speak now and forever hold your peace. Yeah, this was a pretty neat stream. You know, very, very chill. I kind of just, you know, just wanted to talk. I just wanted to, you know, just use my vocal cords and just make some funky little sounds with them, you know, just for the hell of it. But yeah, I'm kind of excited for the video tomorrow. Not gonna lie, I don't know if it's gonna do too well, because I feel like if I put it out earlier in the month, it probably would have done a lot. Like, it might do better, because like I was thinking about it like a couple of days ago, because you know, spoilers are coming out for like Resident Evil 9, so it's just like, are people gonna even be looking things up for Resident Evil, just like in general, not just for like Requiem, but for like just anything? Because I know some people will most likely be avoiding like anything Resident Evil related, like on social media or YouTube or what have you, because, you know, people are like beating the game. I saw this freaking Twitter like post where someone said like, I beat the game 4 times. I'm like, dude, the game's not even out yet. What the heck? And yeah, like I am a little concerned about how it will do, but you know, if it dies, you know, if it goes out, if it's just, you know, it's just a little poot, that's fine. It's something I wanted to do, and it's something I wanted to do for a while, and I wish I didn't take this long to do it, because, you know, this was not like a video idea I always thought was going to be really interesting, and honestly, it turned out interesting. Of course, it's not perfect, just like every video that I put out. There are some things that, you know, I like have some, like, you know, just little nitpicks and all that. In fact, I still have some nitpicks with it right now, like, you know, just small things like editing stuff, like I was just like, dude, oh man, I wish the shot, like, you know, didn't start so early or whatever. But you know, it's fine, it's already uploaded. I really don't want to have to deal with like rendering it out. Like, you know, I could like go all full-on perfectionist mode on this, but like I don't really feel like doing that. I don't really want to. Like, I don't know if that's like a sign of laziness or anything, but it's just like I don't really feel like it. I guess I'm lazy, I don't know. And with that said, I'm gonna go be lazy, you know, I guess, you know, on my own now. I'm gonna have to do it by myself. It was fun being lazy with everyone else, but, you know, it's okay. We all have to part ways someday. And now's just our time right now. We have to part now. That's okay. But don't worry. We will see each other again soon. I would like to play some Resident Evil games soon. I know I said that I wanted to do Resident Evil 1. The original Resident Evil 1. And maybe I should have just done that today. I don't know, but whatever. That's fine. We still did it. We still had a fun stream today, and that's okay. Maybe we could do it next week or something. You know, while everyone's playing the fancy new Resident Evil 9, I'll be playing the game that truly matters, the one that started it all. And then people will come into my stream and they'll just be like, dude, why are you playing Resident Evil 9? I mean, why aren't you playing Resident Evil 9, dude? Why are you playing this old grandpa game? It's just because without this grandpa game, you wouldn't have your fancy Resident Evil 9, so fuck you. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's about it for me. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me and listening and being cool guys and all that. Really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. And hold on. We're gonna go into the hole. Yeah, there we go. We got ourselves a little dog right there. The dog is not able to wave by, but it's using its entire body to simulate the process of waving by. So I hope you appreciate that. I don't know if you guys understand how much energy that is required for this dog to do that. This dog is literally like, you know, it is horizontally flipping itself over and over again. And that's not easy. You know, it's not easy for a human, but imagine how difficult that must be for a dog. That's godlike. I worship this dog. I have started a religion for this dog. If you guys want to join, please let me know. You know, you could send me a DM through Instagram and I will get you signed up, and we will, there is a newsletter. There is a very nice newsletter. I actually, you know, participate in it. I write a lot. I do a lot of the tabloids. I do a lot of, you know, the stories. In fact, I'm the only one that does the stories because you know there's not that many, you know, people in my religion right now. I'm trying to get the numbers up. Please, there's a quota. Please join this religion. Please, I beg of you. Please, they're gonna kill me